Hey guys, so just got back from seeing the Smurfs. Yeah, as I said in my review for I Know What You Did Last Summer, I haven't been exactly looking forward to this, you know, but I wanted to definitely know after watching I Know What You Did Last Summer, is it worse than I Know What You Did Last Summer? And I, like I said, I'm one of those people that I never grew up on the Smurfs. So I'm not a big Smurfs fanatic. I was born in '88, and like probably like what, like early '80s, '70s, the Smurfs were popular. Well, obviously I'm not the key demographic, obviously, for this movie. Um, and I don't under, I, I just never got. I'm not saying I hate the Smurfs. I just never really got the appeal of the Smurfs. I mean, you like them? More power to you. Like I'm in the same boat with like stuff like Transformers. Never really grew up. I was a Power Rangers fan. Never really even grew up a fan of Transformers. I mean, Power Rangers are basically kind of Transformers, but fight monsters. Or basically a Japanese. I mean, it is. They're fighting the Zords. The Megazords are basically Transformers. That's what they fucking are. I'll acknowledge that, but it's more Japanese. Uh, it's almost like a tribute to like old Godzilla movies a lot of times. I kind of appreciate. I think that's why I appreciate Power Rangers more because it's just because I love the Godzilla movies. So yeah, I am not a person that knows a whole lot about Smurfs, and I'll say this: I'll get the positive out of the way right off the bat. The best thing that happened to this movie was that I Know What You Did Last Summer before I saw this. Because this movie is not as bad as I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's not good, but it's still not as bad as fucking I Know What You Did Last Summer. I still hated that movie a lot more than I did this. It is basically what I expected, and the trailers were not great. The trailers nowadays are really not great at all, but kids' movies especially. There's that fucking. I got the trailer again for Gabby's Dollhouse. I'm gonna have to see that total ass. I fucking damn it. Like, what the fuck is Gabby's up? But that's another discussion for another movie. But I mean, this was not this movie. I'll say this: I got a couple laughs out of it. I did not expect that. Usually, a lot of times with these bad kids movies, sometimes I don't get any fucking laugh out of me. There were a couple laughs here and there. I can't remember off the top of my head. That's a problem. What the fuck? What they were? But I giggled here and there. Um, I don't know if I'm the only one who has this problem, but like other than like how like all the Smurfs are the way that you tell them apart is by their personalities, basically like the fucking Seven Doors. But the problem is, unlike the Seven Doors, they're distinguishable not just by their personality. Because listen, I don't know if I'm the only one who has this problem, but like other than Papa Smurf has a beard, Smurfette, who's a girl, and Brainiac, who has glasses. I can't tell any of them fucking apart at all. I think there's a point at the end of the credits they showed a montage of Smurfs, and I'm like, I have no idea which one's which. I have no idea which one's which. I'm like, and I'm like, huh. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. It's one of those kids' movies also where it's just it's trying to be hip with the kids, and it's trying to be fucking like uh, it's trying to be what the hell it was. It's trying to like put a lot of today's culture into the movie. Like there's a DoorDash or well, actually it's Uber Eats, but they didn't say it's Uber Eats delivery driver at one point for Gargamel and his brother. And I'm like, okay. And like, there's a whole thing about Smurfette. They're hiding in the delivery driver's bags of eating fries, and they're explaining what. DoorDash and Uber Eats is. I'm like, really? Do we need this shit? Or there's the many multiple singing montages or rap montages at the beginning of the movie that like are completely out of place and have no point to be other than just fucking this just some or studio note saying we gotta try and make this marketable towards today's kids, and that's how we do it because we're gotta be hip and cool with the kids. Like it's like the fucking Porky Pig, and Space Jam, new legacy where he's rapping and calling the Notorious P.I.G. God, I did like Space Jam New Legacy better than I did this. Um, but yeah, like, why do fucking kids movies do that nowadays? They're the worst kinds of kids movies that always do this. And it's like, stop. Like, kids are not that fucking stupid, man. Like, why do like we treat kids like fucking idiots? That's what these movies do. It's what makes me mad at mostly about it. This movie is not as bad as some other movies, kids movies I've seen, but I mean, come on. If you want to know the plot, it's about a no-name Smurf who that's what his name is no-name Smurf who cannot figure out his personality trait, and he's played by James Corden, which certainly a joke there about a guy, a Smurf that has no personality and at all, is played by James Corden. I'm just gonna leave that joke there. Um, and Rihanna, this is one of the things that bugs me about this movie. I looked every fucking. I'm trying not to cuss because there might people that have their kids watch. Your kids watch this review. I'm sorry, but one of the other things that drives me nuts is like Rihanna. Like she wasn't bad. Her voice acting. She was obviously Smurfette. I don't think I tell you who the hell she was, but she's Smurfette. But she like all the advertisements, even the posters, only have her name on it. That's it. They have fucking Nick Offerman, Kurt Russell, I think Mark Hamill's in there as Gargamel, which is fucking a really good choice. Uh, it's like, but the only person that's prevalent in the advertisements, any poster I've seen, just has Rihanna. That's it. They're like, okay, like there's other Smurfs other than Smurfette. You know that, right? You know she is the main, like one of the main folks other than No Name Smurf. Um, it's fine. It's not that. It's not very good. It's pretty much if you're like me, it's exactly what you expect. It's not very good, but it's just there. It's better than I know what you did last summer. A lot better. Also, I didn't know much of the lore of Surf Smurfs until I was kind of surprised like how fucking much lore there is. Like there's a bunch of wizards that have books that are basically the rings of power, and they're basically that's what they are. They're basically the rings of power, and if they're all combined together and cause darkness around the world or whatever. And so the Smurfs are the protectors of one of the books or some shit like that. I never knew that. I was like, I'm assuming that's a part of the lore that's been established in the cartoons and stuff. I didn't know Gargamel had a brother. I didn't know Papa Smurf had two brothers, including Kurt Russell and Nick Offerman. Um, yeah, it's like, I didn't know that. All right, whatever. I'm sure this is probably part of the lore. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. It's like the kid is like, I'm sure. I like, I yeah. It's this movie's. I give it a C minus. I can't give it a D or anything like that. Like it's just passable. It's not even passable. It's just like there's better shit to see. Take your kids to go see than this. Wait until Fantastic Four if you haven't seen like stuff like Elio. Elio is very good. Um, what else? There's other kids. What other kids movies? Superman. Just take your kid to see Superman. They haven't seen it yet. Yeah. That's as far as Smurfs go. I won't be back till probably Monday night. with what's that movie called? I got a trailer for it, but it has a horrible title that I cannot remember for the life of me because it's so random of a title. Uh, Hold on. Okay, don't let's go to the dogs tonight. What the hell title is that? Don't that's not a mispronunciation. Don't let's go to the dogs tonight. Like I don't know. The trailer it looked like a good movie. And it's supposed to be a serious movie, but I keep taking it serious with that stupid ass title. I'm sure it's based. I think it's based off a book, so I guess it's based. And then Eddington later this week too. I'll be seeing later next week. I'll be seeing. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later.